What's up, YouTube? This is Strident, and I got some good news for you. DC Universe Classics Wave 19 is coming. We got pictures from Toy Fair. These were pictures from MTV Geek. I guess they were the first to break the news on the 31st. I know I'm a little late, but I am amped. As you guys know, I'm a huge DC fan, huge Justice League fan in general. And I'm a huge Justice League Unlimited fan, which brings me to the reason why I even collect DC Universe Classics. Besides the fact that I grew up reading some of these books, JLU is like the greatest piece of superhero cinema or media ever committed to anything. And I have the majority of the cast of that show. I loved the characters that they chose. I loved even the episodes that didn't deal with the big three, and I realized when we were looking through my collection that there are only a few people in the show that I don't have, and it's because they didn't have toys or they didn't have decent toys of those characters or figures of those characters. And Stargirl and Stripe were two of them, and I actually like them. It's just that I never thought they would have a figure of them, just like the vigilante from that show with the the cowboy motif. They made I think they made a animated style Justice League Unlimited DC Universe figure, but they haven't made one this style, and I want that. But anyway, I saw that they made these figures, and I was like, holy crap, I have to have them. And then on top of that, the JSA is pretty cool, and I have the majority of the JSA also, but I didn't have Sandman, and I didn't have Atom. And I'm not a huge fan of the old school looks for these characters. I like the modern takes on them, but I was like, okay, it sounds like a good deal for me. And on top of that, I loved Kingdom Come, and Magog was a cool character. And to see that they finally did a cool, like, fully posable version of Magog, I'm like, okay, I'm there. Because, like, honestly, the last time they did do the Magog figure, it was from Alex Ross's Justice line, and they did one from Kingdom Come also. And some of the Kingdom Come figures are kind of expensive because they're hard to find. The majority of the Justice figures are just expensive, period. The only Justice figure I picked up was Superman. But let's get into the crux of what I'm so geeked about. Stripe. Stripe was a really old school character. I didn't really dig him so much back in the day because I thought he was a generic Captain America type. And then when they added this mech idea to him, because he was also an inventor, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling the mech thing. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, there's not too many good examples of mech pilots in American comics. And the fact that he's in a mech, I'm like, okay, I can dig it. And I also dug Big Guy and Rusty. The cartoon was awesome. The comic was even better. And Stripe has the Big Guy feel to me. Patriotic robot, essentially. And people don't realize that it's a guy in a suit. I think that's awesome. Some people will say, oh, it's an Iron Man ripoff. Don't get it twisted. Stripe's been around since the 40s. He's one of those characters that's been evolving since the 40s, I dig this design. The Horsemen, it's like they do what most comic book artists fail to do when they revamp characters, is they keep the integrity of the original design, but then they add these new pieces to them that take the design to the next level. Like, I mean, look at this. The only thing that would set this figure off is the including of pop-up weapons, which, I don't know why they don't do it. They should be able to, because there's like characters like Lex that should have that kind of stuff on their armor. Characters like Stripe, Stell, I don't know, because Stell uses a Green Lantern ring, so I'm cool with Stell the way he is. But I think there's excuses where they should be able to do that. So we'll see, because these are all prototype pictures. They didn't even show you accessories for all of the characters, only the ones that come with like a staff or a gun or something like that. So it's possible there could be more. I am geeked beyond belief for that. And it's weird because I've been trying to, times have been a little rough lately with the car accident and us having to use one car. And then we also just moved. So we're trying to get everything in order, and times are rough, so we technically shouldn't be spending money on this stuff. But my girl's going to kick my ass when these come out because we're going to have them. And I haven't even shown my son yet, so wait till he sees them. Now, as geeked as I am, there are a couple things that I'm not happy about. Okay, the first thing is the color palette. Yes, I understand that these are classic characters, but why couldn't you do the classic design with the modern color scheme? I mean, I know it might be nitpicking to some people, but I mean, look at these colors, for real. And then to get another Hawkman figure where all they did was erase the symbol off of him and then change the beak and the eyes on the figure we got a couple waves back. Are you serious? That's legal? It almost feels like it's beyond illegal for them to just resell you the same thing to take up a slot that could easily have been taken by like Jay Garrick, you know, because he's one of the only old school people that we didn't get, you know, or Hippolyta. We need some of the older characters that like are different sculpts and different characters, and this is what I've always said was my only gripe with this line. Lines like Soda's Street Fighters, that line, the Street Fighter line, was awesome. And you have to give them props for the fact that only the characters who actually were similar in stature or were head swaps, they were the only characters who had similar bodies. Everyone else had individual body types. There aren't many people that had the same body. Ken and Ryu, Akuma, Dan. And I think that's it. Everybody else had their own body. Every big character had their own proportions. That's what DC Universe Classics need to do. I mean, not to say that there aren't, you know, they don't exist. It's just too many of the characters are exactly the same size, you know? Even if you shrink down the overall sculpt of one of these figures to make it a different proportion, you know, or skinnier legs or something, do it, because it's kind of annoying that they all have the same figure, same exact figure, same proportions, and they're supposed to be different people. And when you read the comics, different characters are bigger and smaller than other characters. And I know most people don't care, but I make comics and I've been reading comics. I was raised on comics, so like I can't not acknowledge what came first. And these are these aren't like the X-Men movies where people are taking liberties left, right, and center. No, these are pretty much a faithful representation of the comics. So, you know, I want a faithful representation of the comics, not just in the visual, the overall visual. When you first see them, you say, damn, that's Hawkman, or that's S.t.r.i.p.e, or that's Batman. No, I want, like, in proportion to other characters in the same collection, I want them to be, you know, I want them to have their individual statures. But, you know, that's just me. You guys may not feel the same. But I'm still psyched about this. I can't wait to get them. My girl's going to kick my behind, but I can't wait to get them. Can't wait to get them. So let me know what you guys think. If you even care. Let me know what you guys thought about the other reviews, and you know, check out the Green Lantern Classics s.t.r.i.p.e Wave review, and as well as we're about to put up a review for X-Men First Class, because me and my brother got some things to say. And as always, check me out at lordnephilim.deviantart.com, and I will talk to you later. Peace.